what we understand from certain texts is that his house or maybe his government will start in Sahla, in the Masjid of Sahla. And at the moment there are many people visiting Sahla and trying to contribute to the refurbishment of Sahla so that it is ready for a movement of the Imam alayhi salam, ready to be his home and his starting point of government. This raises a question, and a valid question. Today, the world has other locations for the centrality of human government. Those places are things like the United Nations offices and buildings in Switzerland, in the United States of America. You also have, for example, certain economic forums that are located in certain cities of the world. London is the financial capital of the world. New York is a financial capital of the world. Davos is an intellectual and economic strategic center of the world. How do we reconcile a globalized society that even the Arab world looks towards, with the Imam alayhi salam establishing for himself an independent center? Are the narrations wrong? Or will the Imam ignore the United Nations building? Will the rest of the world look in awe or look in rejection of his governmental location? And again, because we have to see that these narrations are mentioned to us in a context of a questioner and an answer who have their own immediate contexts, it allows us to understand the Mahdian revolution beyond just the text. The text is absolutely correct. The Imam alayhi salam will establish for himself a home, will establish for himself a government. And the Middle East would certainly be the starting point of his movement. But I don't imagine that the Imam will reject what the human community has achieved for themselves in bringing about a centralized, respected center of globalized movement. And I think that will actually be an evidence of the Imam's imamat, that he is able to work with these institutions and help them in achieving what they've always sought to achieve.
Imam Ali alayhi salam, during his 4 years of ruling the Muslim world and being the caliph, his headquarters was also Kufa. So the Imam alayhi salam will continue that. He will establish the seat of his government in Kufa, and that will be the most important city in his world. In fact, one hadith states that people will regret not buying a piece of property in Kufa after the Imam establishes it as his government, because land prices will be so expensive there due to the high demand that many people will just not be able to afford it. So this is just an indication that it will be a very important city. The Imam alayhi salam will start from Kufa, and then he will expand outwards. He will go all the way east to China. He will go all the way west, to Palestine, and then to the European continent. And then from there, his government will expand. Now, those 313 companions, some of them will be regional governors. So while the Imam alayhi salam will be the head of this global unified state, there will be regional rulers and governors.